Is childless incest morally wrong? Incest isn't wrong morally unless someone is being violated against their will. Incest, however, is an extremely foolish activity to participate in because of the devastating consequences. Ultimately, you decide your own morality. People here can certainly give their opinions, but it's up to you to decide how you feel about it. The way I see it, whatever two legal, fully and freely consenting adults do in private is none of my business. As long as it doesn't harm anyone, including giving potential children birth defects, or get in anyone's way. Sure, it's not for me and it seems more than a little icky to me. But that doesn't mean I should tell others what not to do. Apples and ketchup? ? What are you, a psychopath? That's actually a great question. Do you realize that incest is not illegal in a great many countries? In my opinion, grown-ups are, and should be, free to do what they want, so long as it's truly consensual. With modern birth control, almost all pregnancy can be prevented anyway. The general bad reaction to incest is really driven by cultural custom, not for any valid concern. I don't like it and I personally have beef with it to the point I might not be able to stomach my own relatives if I knew of such activities, but this is a personal, emotion-driven take on the matter. My logical mind understands no one is perfect and such feelings could spawn entirely unprompted from completely healthy individuals, and it is not my place to reject parts of people that they don't choose. I simply hope to never have to make tough decisions involving similar individuals for as long as I live. But is it possible for it not to be harmful to the people involved in any way? Sibling relationship has certain nature and dynamics. Bringing sexual stuff into relationship like these deforms them. I feel like people would probably see a person without that notion of a sibling role as already broken in some way, which would make condoning the relationship seem as enabling someone's pathology. Eating ketchup with apples is definitely morally wrong. I think if they expected this to happen, it would have been included in the Geneva Convention. Crime against humanity, I tell you. As far as incest, just use protection. There are a few sexual choices these days that are much weirder, but widely accepted. Champion. IMHO. If both are consenting adults and procreation chances are removed, I see no issue. It's not incest if it's your birthday. 8 billion people on planet Earth and you have to be with your family member. Really? Yeah. There has to be some weird, unhealthy social dynamic going on. Morally wrong? No. As long as there's a healthy dynamic going on. Siblings? And the rest stated above. I guess I can think of situations where it wouldn't be amoral per se. But I think it's unlikely that there are zero negative, familial, psychological, societal, etc. effects even if they don't go on to have children. Is naturally correct to not have children. What else could be the issue? Most people won't even know you are siblings, cousins anyway. Your wife will get your same surname, the one she had from the very beginning, lol. There is nothing immoral about it in itself. The problem is that most of these cases are between a minor and an adult. And then there is already a matter of exploitation. And not just any exploitation, but exploitation of someone who has no family to tell them about it, and is trapped helplessly. Incest between family members living in the same house or social circle almost invariably involves some degree of grooming or abuse. I'm not necessarily pro-incest, but I just want to point out that making decisions for other people for the purpose of avoiding defective babies, is technically eugenics, and cousin marriage in particular is sometimes a cultural imperative, so it's not as simple as some people make it out to be. Side note: try to avoid calling human beings defective, just as a general rule. Well, morality is a personal concept. So, I guess it depends on what you think of it. Incest under any circumstances is certainly taboo. Very few people would note the exception of, well, they're not having any kids. However, there's really nothing biologically wrong with incest without reproduction. Even with producing kids, it really doesn't become a significant increase in risk until the third generation or so. I personally know a pair of first cousins that got married, had no kids, and are very, very happy with each other. One of my sisters-in-laws is actually in an incestuous relationship with her first cousin, who is also a girl. The family still haven't accepted it, but my sister says she sees no problem. I, however, choose not to care about it. Let the couple love each other. I guess. It's none of my business. In most family relationships there are power differentials. And in most cases this is a positive thing. Parents make decisions for children to encourage their development and keep them out of danger. Elder siblings look after younger, etc. I think if sex gets introduced into that, the chance of exploitation and abuse becomes very high. In cases of a younger person being sexually attracted to an older family member, it's probably a sign of severe emotional problems and poor socialization. And for the older relative to act on that would be abusive.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.